Good morning, Year 5, and welcome to today's maths lesson. So today we're going to be looking at multiplying 2 digits by 3 digits. So we're moving on from what we were doing the last 2 days. But before we begin this lesson, could you please pause the video and write the date and the LO in your maths book? So the date is the 13th of the 1st, 21, and the learning outcome is to multiply 2 digits by 3 digits. So just pause the video and do that now for me. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be moving on today and looking at multiplying 2 digits by 3 digits. So on the board here, I have an example of a calculation that I'd like you to think about. So here we have 221 times 13 using column method. And I'd just like you to pause the video and think about how you might calculate this multiplication using your knowledge from multiplying 2 digits. So just pause the video and have a little think about how you might calculate 221 times 13. Okay, so I'm just going to model how we would calculate this multiplication firstly. So we use the same method as we've been using for multiplying 2 digits by 2 digits, but except this time there's one more digit to multiply. So as always, we start in our ones column here. So first I'm going to multiply 3 by 1, which is 3. And place my 3 here in the ones column. Next I'm going to multiply 3 by 2, which is 6, and place my 6 here in the tens column. And next I'm going to multiply 3 by this 2 here and put another 6 in the hundreds column. Okay, and like I was talking about the other day, when we now multiply this tens column here, our answer starts also in the tens column, and this becomes a 0. So I'm just going to talk you through that again. So 1 times 1 is 1, but our 1 goes here in our tens column. 1 times 2 is 2, and our 2 goes here in our hundreds column. 1 times 2 again is 2, and that goes here in the thousandths column. And you can either leave this blank or put a 0 to help you remember that this represents nothing. So now we have 663 and 2,210, but we need to add those two numbers together to get our product. So 3 plus 0 is 3, 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 plus 2 is 8, and then we've just got a 2 here, so it stays as a 2. So our product is 2,873. Okay, so now that I've modelled how to multiply 2 digits by 3 digits, I'd like you to have a go at this one in your books. And remember that the largest number should go on top of the multiplication and the smaller number at the bottom. So pause the video and have a go at this calculation in your maths book. Okay, well done everyone for having a go at that. I'm just going to talk you through now what the answer would be. So, as always, we start in our ones column. So 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 1 is 1, so we've got 136 there. Okay, and now onto our tens column, so 2 times 6 is 12, so our 2 goes here in the tens column and our 1 underneath. 2 times 3 is 6, and we need to add our 1, so that becomes 7. 2 times 1 is 2, and that goes here in the thousandths column. And I'm just going to put a 0 here to remind me that represents nothing. Okay, now we're going to add our two numbers. So 6 add 0 is 6. 3 add 2 is 5. 1 add 7 is 8. And 2 add nothing is 2. So our product is 2,856. So well done if you got that correct. And if you didn't, you need to have a look at what I've done here and work out where you made your mistake and have another go if you think you know what you did wrong. Okay, so here I have an example of a multiplication. So I've got 252 times 32. However, I have made a mistake and I would like you to try and spot that mistake. And I'll give you a clue. You don't need to calculate the answer to spot the mistake. You just need to look at the representation of what I've done. So pause the video and see if you can find the mistake within my workings. Okay, so the mistake was to do with the way this person has placed their digits in each column. So I've circled the mistake, which was number 6. As you can see on this correct example here, 6 should have been in the tens column and there should have been a 0 in the ones column. So make sure you're not making this mistake when you do your work in your book. And our correct answer should have been 8,064. So well done if you noticed that mistake. Okay, so now that we've looked at the step 1 input, I'd like you to pause this video and complete step 1 of the worksheet in your maths book. So there's 2 questions here which both involve column method for you to complete. Okay, and here is step 2 of the worksheet. So remember when we do column method for these questions to put the largest number on top of the multiplication. So pause the video and have a go at step 2 of the worksheet in your maths book. Okay, so now we're going to move on to step 3 of the explore phase. So here on the board I have a problem. It says, if Tina orders 12 boxes of 124 muffins, how many muffins has she ordered in total? So using column method, I'd like you to try and solve this problem. So just pause the video and have a go at that in your books. And if you're a bit confused, I'll go through it after of you all together. So pause the video and try and solve this problem using column method. Okay, so your answers should look like this. So the problem was asking you to multiply 124 by 12. And in total, Tina ordered 1,488 muffins. So well done if you solved that problem and got the answer correct. Okay, so if you fancy a challenge, here is step 3 of the worksheet. On the board here is step 3A and 3B, and you need to press play again to see 3C and the extension. So pause the video now to have a go at 3A and 3B. Okay, and here is 3C and the extension. So just in case my face is over the writing, I'm going to read this problem out to you for 3C. So Miss Rose is ordering some pencils. She orders 17 a pack of A, 14 a pack of pack B, and 4 of pack C. So I'll just repeat that again. So 17 orders of pack A, 14 of pack B, and 4 of pack C. So how many pencils did Miss Rose order? And if each pencil costs 16p, how much does Miss Rose spend on pencils? So that is the 3C problem. Okay, well done everyone for completing your independent work. Here is the answers to step 1 and step 2 of the worksheet. So pause the video now to mark your answers. Okay, and here are the answers to step 3 and the extension of the worksheet. So again, pause the video to mark your answers. Once you have finished marking your work, could you please write a learning comment in your book? If you have purple pen, that is great, but don't worry if not.